I'm opening up the energy field. I'm expanding the energy field. This creates more space, allows the energy field to begin to feel a little more vast, and returns it to its kind of original condition beyond the confines of the physical body. A very strong energy coming through today. I'm checking for any clearing, if clearing wants to be done. Just bringing light to the body. No clearing. So I'll be jumping straight into my transmission. It's just so unbelievably strong. I wonder what it has to say. It is flowing to you as of now. My third eye feels very warm. Crown chakra also very active, so we know it's working on the higher centers. Relief comes in. I just can't believe how strong this is. It's actually crazy. Okay, but what is it doing? There's a palpable transparency just to the world. So I'm kind of looking around and everything is very transparent. But it's not just the form that's transparent, it's also thought. Thought is very transparent. Mental activity is very transparent. I'm looking at the personality structure. It's completely clear. I don't really know what this means. Energy is getting stronger. Wow, third eye. Third eye. Palpable silence. No questions arising in my mind. Weird kind of understanding, but I'm not sure what I understand. This transparency seems to span a full spectrum here. So there's like transparency all the way from the physical realm, all the way up to like the higher dimensions. I don't really know. It's like normally we have a cap So in the earth experience, we basically live with a certain cap to our knowledge, or like cap to our experience, and that there's only so far that we can see. And this is because of the basically what I would call like the veil of separation. And this is a term derived from the law of one. Just find it particularly useful to describe these things. So normally we have this cap, and I can feel like as if the cap has been lifted off of perception, almost as though one was seeing a constant ceiling, and now the ceiling disappears and it's just an infinite sky. It feels like that, but with everything. So I can kind of, there's this like penetrative seeing, this penetrative clarity into all things, no matter where my perception goes. It kind of, it doesn't get blocked. The nature of it, although my mind's not conceiving of it like that, but the nature of it is being seen throughout without any blockage. So this gives it this transparent quality. The mechanism of like what one would call the self is also completely transparent. It doesn't particularly stand out, so it doesn't really feel like dissolving of the self is the main purpose of this one. Otherwise, it would be like flagged in my perception, or it would light up, but it's not. So this is just the case with this frequency, that this is completely transparent. It's really as if my consciousness can go anywhere. Um, it can go, it can remain in this realm, or it can go to another realm, and there's no limit. Uh, the nature of my body is fully understood as transparent. I don't know if what we're working with here is a transmission that dissolves the veil. The veil is a term for, I suppose, a certain, I would phrase it as a certain degree of energetic density, which makes the earthly incarnation less clear as to its nature. So it obscures and skews the truth in a way of like the non-dual nature of reality, or whatever you want to call it, into like the perception of separation, and like turns thought into reality, um, and makes everything very concrete and very physical and very set. And with this transmission, it just feels like it's like all of that is gone. There's also a feeling of like pure existence. The dissolving of the veil involves many factors, one of which would be enlightenment. So, enlightenment is one byproduct of the dissolving or the, I guess, penetrating of the veil. And then another one would be, for example, being able to access information from higher realms. I assume that's why the third eye and the crown are so active in this transmission. They're being opened up. Okay, the field just got like more expanded. The energy got stronger and got more vast. And this opening or this dissolving of the veil within perception also allows us to, um, it basically allows the being to begin to step into the formless realm. So this actually spans many things. It doesn't just span awakening, but it spans access to other dimensions. It spans the ability to communicate with the non-physical realm. Wow, my body just had so much relief just then. Shoulders dropped straight away as the energy increased. This relief kind of comes as an innate, it rises up in an innate way, like when the misperception of duality ceases, when we are able to access this transparent reality, this permeable experience. Relief is just a natural byproduct of that. Because all of the things that preoccupy the senses and preoccupy the mind are seen as, I guess, just part of what's happening, or they're just not important. Then this is just a byproduct of seeing the nature of something. With this feeling, I can also feel like the weight of many lives or many lifetimes. So there's also access here into past life wisdom. It just spans so much. And I think this is also why there was no clearing for today, because this frequency, from its point of view, there's not really any clearing to do. Everything is already very transparent. And when this frequency touches the energy body, this transparency is communicated and contraction will naturally dissolve. There's also so much rest in the heart center. The heart, as I've mentioned before, takes the most strain in an environment in which duality is perceived. I can feel it almost literally like dissolving the boundary between like my crown chakra and the ether. It feels like almost like my head is stretching just infinitely upward. I don't really know. In a way, with the earthly incarnation, we live cut off from many things because of this like ceiling in our perception, this solidity and inability to see or have a penetrative seeing into the nature of reality. And so this transmission kind of dissolves this ceiling and allows the being to begin to ascend and expand in its perception beyond the world of form. It will also naturally clear limiting beliefs or ideas of, um, I guess, ideas belonging to conditioning. The energy is getting a bit more transcendent now. There's definitely it's increasing in its vibration. It's getting more indescribable, so it's getting a little bit more uh, attuned toward, I guess, the frequency of the absolute reality. This is also a natural process. The more the veil dissolves, and now there are no words. I didn't even think that it was possible for a frequency so high vibrational to come through, where it leaves me unable to describe it. Like absolutely seamless, absolutely transparent, absolute reality. I'm sending this energy upward from the base or root chakra to inform and communicate with each of the energy centers. The dimension of time appears completely suspended. All our collectively imposed reality descriptions just fall away. Our constructs, our identity, ideas, our rules, It's like complete openness, complete receptivity. And like all activity stops. Just everything, everything, everything. And so this frequency quite literally opens the being up to infinity or infinite creation, infinite possibility, infinity of perception, infinity of thought. So I guess that's what I was interpreting as like no ceiling. Goosebumps. Infinity, which is the nature of creation.